You ever had seen one of those cartoons where you've seen it so much as a kid that you forgot about it when you were an adult and it was shoved into the back of your mind? Or have you ever seen a very, very old cartoon that has scared you as a kid and you forgot about it? Well, it's not long until this guy brought it up and said, "Hey, remember these cartoons?" Well, I was thinking I should do a couple of videos talking about those forgotten cartoons or very scary cartoons. We're going to analyze how cool they are and how dark they are, or forgotten and really creative it was. So, we're going to be taking a trip down memory lane and look at forgotten tunes, strange adult humor, and other tunes that I cannot remember of, or any movies too. So, let's take a look at forgotten tunes. Woo! Sweet sour wind is blowing, huh? Halloween is Grinch Night was released in 1977. And let me give you a big shocker here. It's technically a prequel to the holiday classic 1966 film How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which I have no idea how, but I guess it's a prequel. So, what I have to say, this is a fantastic Dr. Seuss cartoon. It keeps you really on edge. When I was a kid, I used to love this cartoon as a kid. I love the title, of the plot, of the setting, I like the characters, but looking back as an adult now, you realize that some of the characters are just flat out annoying sometimes. Some of them where you wish you would just punch them in the mouth because they're just annoying. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at this cartoon and give you the backstory. So, the tune starts out with Whoville on a mighty gorgeous sunset. And we hear the voice of Hans Conried. So you see, the original voice for the Grinch and the narrator was Boris Karloff, who passed on by this point. Also, in 1966 and 1977, this was released 11 years after the 1966 film, which is really cool. I never actually realized that until now. So it opens on Whoville on a mighty gorgeous sunset, and we see Mount Crumpet. Now, two questions here. Why is Mount Crumpet yellow? Isn't it supposed to be an actual mountain, or is it a canyon mountain? I don't know. It's never explained. And also Whoville. I guess this was the original Whoville, but they moved because of this wind storm or something. I don't know. So everyone is looking at the sky. They're like, it's a wonderful day, and we're about to finish the day with the gorgeous sunset. And we see the purple shadow. I don't know why it's called purple shadow, but it's called the shadow of Mount Crumpet that is going through the town. Then we come to a house, like the nearest to Mount Crumpet, which I don't know why though, but I guess that's where they wanted to live. So then this guy, Josiah, he's like sniffing the wind. It's like, something ain't right. So then he goes to his wife. He's like, yo, Mariah, how about you sniff the wind? So basically those two sniff and they're like, oh shit, the sour sweet wind, it's coming back. So they shut the doors and they grab their stuff. They shut the doors and the windows too because they know what the sour sweet wind's gonna do. They know what it's gonna do, but we don't know why. Well, our main guest is possibly going to be the Grinch, so why not? So what they do is that the Who's go inside, and everyone is scared of the wind. And even this one guy who was painting at the start of the film, he sees the wind. He's like, oh shit. He goes into the window, pulls the ladder, he drops the paint first by accident, goes into the window, grabs the ladder and drags it through the window. I don't understand how this guy even has the strength to. He would have to go to the gym every day to even pick up a full-size ladder that looks even taller than this guy. So then we cut to a couple of children, and well, we actually saw those two children on a skateboard at the start of the tune, and they're basically going up this ladder. Is it a rocket? Is it a skateboard rocket? I would like to have a skateboard rocket. I would literally just go up the stairs fast so I can get to where I'm going. And even the ducks are scared of the wind. So the mom was like, yo, dude, what are you doing, my baby? What are you doing, my baby? You're in the wind. Come inside, bro. And I think they have a garage house or something. I don't know. So everyone is in their house now, and the wind is now blowing. So then the Josiah is like, yo, I recommend we stay indoors and keep the windows shut. Why? Because tonight ain't going to go right. Doesn't look like night, but who cares, bro? It's nighttime. It doesn't look like nighttime, though. So basically, what it does is that, like, it's like tonight isn't going to go right because you could tell by, like, the smell of the wind. It's like, oh, shoot, something right. So if I smell something funny, does that mean that the sour sweet wind's going to come get me? Hopefully not, because there was about to be a storm outside my house. But I guess that kid cleared it out. So that should be fine. So then Josiah is like, yo, I ain't going out for $1.50. Why not go for $100.50? I don't know. So what it does is that this is a tutorial. This is how to wake up the Grinch, I would say, or activate the Grinch. So basically what this does is that the sour sweet wind, it's like howling, like it's like blazing through all of Whoville. And what it does is it goes to this Grunker's pond, and where the Greek grumps, and they come from the tree stumps. Wow, that actually rhymes from Dr. Seuss. Give props to Dr. Seuss. He actually wrote a very good line from that. So when the wind changes and the wind howls from the waters, these Greek grumps come from the tree stumps and then they start growling at each other. So what, it's just the Greek grump hood where everyone is just on hooves with each other or beef with each other? Like, yo, man, this is my pond. Who the F are you? So after that, the grunkles and grunkles of the pond, they start like, like it starts messing with the waters. And so basically after that, when the pond gets like messy, that disturbs the hacking cracks. Now the hacking cracks are from the books, All the Places You'll Go, because if you see the hacking cracks, then because they do the exact same thing. They're yowling from the water. So you can see the hacking cracks from All the Places You'll Go. So that's a really cool Easter egg. And what that does is that the Greek grumps are growling, the hacking cracks are yowling, blah, blah, blah. When it does that, all of that is going to activate the Grinch, which is basically, I think that Chuck Jones, when he drew the Grinch, he wanted to make it close to the book. We can tell that because in the original 1966 film, Chuck Jones drew the Grinch, and then Theodore Geisel, aka Dr. Seuss, is like, no, that looks more like you. Oh, another guess. So, the narrator, well, I think you guys already know that. The Grinch is voiced by Hans Conried. So, after that, like, Josiah's like, yo, I ain't going there now for $6.60. They say that line in the tune 3 to 4 times. 3 to 4 times. I think it's 4, but it's 3 times that they say in it. So after the Grinch is like, wow, this is a wonderful night for Grinch night. A wonderful night for eyebrows and teeth. So then he calls Max, which I guess is probably a joke for when Captain Hook yells. Well, he basically calls Max, or he just yells. So, hey, I guess we got a little Captain Hook joke there. And every time when we see Max on screen, he's basically just like, kill me, bro. I don't want to be with this guy. Yikes. So, basically, the Grinch is like, yo, Max, go get the wagon. So then Max gets the wagon, and we could tell from the mystery of the wagon. We don't know what's in there. We do not know what the hell is going on. We just know that that's a wagon. You could tell by the music, the atmosphere, the angles, the like tilted shots. There's like a high shot. There's a low shot. You could tell that's intimidating to look at because you don't know what's in there, and you can hear banging from the upper part. Like, what even is in there? Tell me what is in there. I will pay you money. Money. So after the wind is blowing away, we come to the house where we were at the start of the tune. And the Josiah guy and his family are just standing there and no one can speak. And then this kid, Euchariah, he's like, yo, Grandpa, guys, why were we just standing there? We're just standing there, we're not even doing anything. So Euchariah is like, yo guys, I think we should make a suggestion and strategy to find out whether the Grinch is coming out or not coming out. So why don't we just call the Grinch Alarm Center? Dial area code 519006. Wow, I actually said that really well. Good job, me, for remembering the cartoon. So then Josiah calls the number, and then we hear this news broadcast guy. His name is Sergeant McFurzel, and he's like, "Yo, guys, I'm gonna be the broadcast thing. I'm gonna tell whether the Grinch is coming on or not." So I think what he does is that every single time when the wind blows, he's like, "Oh my God, the Grinch is coming down! Everyone get to cover! Everyone stay indoors!" So he's basically this guy keeping watch over the Grinch. So then the Grinch sings a little number saying that he's gonna have this exclusive Grinch night ball. Exclusive Grinch night ball? Why am I not invited? So then he's like, nobody's gonna dance with me at all. Oh yeah, also I got this the shirt there that looks kind of like the Grinch, but it's the Grinch's color. Maybe I might have skinned him alive. So after that, he probably teleports by using the snap of his fingers, because I guess his snap controls the storms. So is he like a god or something? So he goes to the wagon. He's like, yo, giddy up, Maxie. And now they're going down to Whoville. So then the news broadcast guy's like, oh my God, guys, breaking news. We got the Grinch coming down to the mountain. Well, he's coming down the mountain. So then we get a song from the dog. And he's like, what am I doing here? Why am I still here? Why am I with this asshole? And after that, after that, we go to the news guys like, yo, guys, if this keeps up, I think this is going to have him come down to the mountain even more. And then Uriah says his ultimate catchphrase, or his one-liner that he always says during the entire tune. I am not kidding. He says that all the time. He's like, you know something, Grandpa Josiah? And then the Josiah guy's like, do I know what, Uriah? They say that the exact same thing. So he's like, you know, this actually looks better without my glasses on. Dude, you look ugly with those glasses. Put them glasses back on. And then Josiah is like, yo, you need to put your glasses back on and face the facts, you child, you idiot child. So then there's a montage where the Grinch is coming down the mountain. And then we see him go over these flowers. And he's like, oh my God, I think I missed one. So he backs up and he kills it. He's like, got it. Dick. So after that, not Josiah, but Uriah is like, yo, you know what, something, Grandpa Josiah? And then Josiah is like, yo, shut up, dude. Shut up. Just listen to the broadcast. Stop complaining about your glasses. Shut up. Just shut up. And then the broadcast is like, oh my God, this guy is chasing down this Wuzzy Woozle thing, this pink thing. This looks like the Lorax's sister. That's not a good joke there. I'm sorry. So he chases down the Wuzzy Woozle, and basically I think the Wazoo or the Woozle is like part of the Whoville thing. He's like, yo, I gotta get away from this guy. This guy is too crazy. So then they go down the mountain, and she ducks into this prickle bush thing. He's like, oh shoot, the Grinch is coming. I'm doomed. And then the Grinch trips the wagon over the stump thing and falls through the prickle bush. Wow, can't believe that. And I just like Max's reaction, like, ha, I got that son of a bitch. So after that, the news broadcast is like, well, that's a relief. The Wuzzy Woozle has eluded the Grinch. So basically, they're saving enough time to like do a lot of stuff because the Grinch is not coming down because he's stuck in a prickle bush. And then Uriah is like, yo, you know something, Grandpa Josiah? Stop saying the exact same thing. We heard you the first time. Do not say that again. Please stop saying that. Please. So then Grandpa Josiah is like, do I know what, Uriah? And then Uriah is like, I'm going to go to the euphemism. The euphemism, he says, we have no idea what that euphemism is. What is that? From my only suggestion is, I think it's the mountain or the Grinch or this wagon thing or something. So he goes outside. Oh yeah, mind you, dude, you're in the middle of a wind right now. There is a massive wind blowing. It's like a tornado. How are you supposed to survive in that? I don't know, plot armor, I guess. And they sing a montage, and they say the exact same thing, like Josiah and the Grinch said. $66,600,000 and an extra 66 cents. What? Why are you saying that? You say that 3 times. That's 3 times. Stop saying that. So he gets pulled away from his home onto the mountain where he thinks he might survive, but he thinks he might never make it back home because of the wind. And while the wind blows stronger, Josiah is like, yo, man, where are you? I told you not to go in there, you idiot. And so Uriah is lost among the wind, and he's trying to find the so-called euphemism. And after the Grinch heals from his prickly bush thing, Euchariah, of course, he stumbles upon the Grinch, which we probably all predicted that he was probably going to come out. So he's like, yo, who the hell are you? It's like, I'm Euchariah. And like, basically, he's like, yo, it's like, are you really the Grinch? Are you saying that are you really the Grinch? He is the Grinch. He stole Christmas. He messed with the Cat in the Hat, and he's going down with a wagon and Max as his goddamn slave, which is probably his pet in the 1966 one. So, I don't understand how you think that's not the Grinch. That is the Grinch, the literal Grinch. 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 Okay? That's the Grinch. So then he's like, am I the Grinch? Ha! I'll prove it to you. So he messes him with his eyebrows and says, ha ha ha, now out of my way, bitch. This is my night. My night. So they're going down to Whoville again, and Euchariah is thinking about his family, like Josiah, Moriah, Obadiah, and Bothiah. That sounds Jewish. Sorry if I was being any racist to it. So Euchariah is like, oh shoot, I gotta save the time. And this is a really good strategy on what he does. He's saving time to go down to the Grinch again. And he like tries to stop him. He's like, yo, dude, could you please scare me some more? I really do like it. And like Max is like, yo, bro, move out of the way. I don't want to get like that anymore. And so the Grinch is like, okay, fuck. And he's like, no, dude, come on, I already gave you that. So then he tells Max to go even more. And even Josiah is still looking for Euchariah. I don't know how, but your grandson is lost in the wind with this furry thing. With the furry thing. I don't know how, but just wait for him to come back after the storm hits. So then Euchariah is doing it again, but this time it's with his glasses. And also Max is smiling. Wow, he's actually saving time. And then the Grinch is like, okay, you asked for it. He's like, quit falling with your glasses and get on this wagon, you dumb child. Now, this one goes to one of my favorite scenes in the entire thing. We went through the pacing through this entire tune, and it builds up to this third act that we're going to. Because Euchariah is slowly going up the wagon. It takes its time, going even slower. And as he comes up, he's like, do your worst. Bring on your goddamn spooks. So now the wagon's opening up, and this is my favorite part when I was older. When I was a little kid, I didn't really understand what was going on. I was like, what the wonk is going on? So then we see these like creatures. Now, Dr. Seuss was always familiar with drawing these really kind and friendly creatures, but he definitely had a dark side, which a lot of people predicted that he had one. And a lot of his drawings were these creepy looking creatures. There was like a lot of stuff. He put all this work into one tune, and you get some fantastic imagery right there. So they're going down through these things, and even Thor Ravenscroft, the original voice of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, comes back as part of this song. And also, I just wanted to clarify that all the songs were written by Joe Raposo. So he's a really good one. So I recommend him for that one. And also, this guy named Fritz Freeling, he also did the Grinch's The Cat in the Hat, which I will not be doing that because that is a very, very questionable tune, if I may say so myself. So basically, Euchariah is like being chased by these spooks. There's these leg things. There's these like all these good creatures. They're like these Jack-in-the-Box type of things. And we got to like these jester hands or something. We also now go through a spooks tour, which I think the Grinch is over there. He's like, yo, you enjoying yourself? Take to a spooks tour. And then these Jack-in-the-Box come guy and he scares them. And then we see like all these mixed up like spooks. And what I liked about this, they just don't have any eyes look at you. And also, I just like to clarify that some of these monsters look threatening. They look intimidating. Euchariah is literally small. I mean, look at that thing over there. In fact, that's probably going to be the title page of my video today. So, after this, he's being chased by every single monster. And he's being in a boat, being chased by another monster. You're not really following Euchariah anymore. You just have these images that's flying at you super, super quick. Really, really good. A way to wrap up this thing is that Euchariah is on a spring and he's being like flown around by this balloon monster thing. I have no idea what that is. But if it was on Halloween, then I would have loved everything about what those decorations are. So what he does is that now he's sniffing the wind. He knows things are different now. And all these scares start deflating. So he's like, yeah, I defeated him. And then he says his iconic line, "You know something, Mr. Grinch?" And then Grinch's like, "Yeah, yo, bro, what, you're annoying me, dude. You wasted my time. I was about to go into this Grinch night thing and you ruined it for me. You ruined it for me, you dumb fuck." So then after that, he's like explaining like whenever like the wind stops howling, these grumps, they stop growling, and after that the pond starts calming down, and then the hacker cracks go down, and when they stop yelling, that means the Grinch is now not coming down anymore. So after that, like the Grinch is like, "Yo, come on, Max, we're gonna have to go." So after that, like Max kind of flicks him off. He's like, "Fuck you, bro. I'm not being with you." And he goes to Euchariah. After that, the news broadcast like, "Yo, guys, attention, look at this." So then comes to one of my all-time favorite scenes of the entire thing. It's not just the spooks thing, but what you see is the Grinch coming up. And he's like, "I'm going to miss that ball." And then he says, "But that wind will be coming back someday. I will be coming back someday." That is a really good scene. I was so pumped up. Like, oh my God, this is amazing. You don't really know what he was going to do, but you could see from the wagon what he was about to do. And the Who's, I think, were so, like, they didn't really give a shit. And like, "Yo, just guys, just go inside. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to wait till this all passes." And Euchariah saves the town, and, well, he'll probably face another wind today. So he's probably going to be the Wind Master. So there you go. That's Halloween is Grinch Night. Probably a really, really good Dr. Seuss special. I really appreciate it. I loved it as a kid. I appreciate it now as an adult. There were some times where I think that the character Euchariah got on my nerves, that I wanted to punch him in the mouth. And I was about to call him Mouth, like Wolverine did with Deadpool. He's basically Deadpool, but he's not killing or anything. He's just way worse. He's just an annoying nerd guy who says a lot of stuff. He says this, something. So there was a lot of filler. That was not a lot of filler, but they were trying to pace it. I could tell that they tried to put a lot of filler. But in the end, I just like to say that I like to thank this cartoon because I loved it as a kid. I'm pretty sure other people loved it. And like I said, for probably the last time or so, Halloween is Grinch Night was released in 1977, and I am proud to say that this is one of Dr. Seuss's finest work. Or so I would say.
Oompa potty papa, oompa potty oompa, oompa lonka, ibsin trojka, for the marrow pam, ask